If not, we probably just need to wait a few seconds. Oh, we are in. We are in. Let me fast forward, actually. Because we are 40 seconds behind. It's okay. Let's reveal everything. So we knew the civilizations, right? MarineLorD himself is going to be playing English. Meanwhile, TheMista, on the other hand, is going to be playing as French. And we already took a look at the civilizations and their respective bonuses. French we have seen throughout the stream already multiple times. We know exactly what they get. For MarineLorD, I'm very, very curious as to what he's going to do with English over here. It'll be nice to see, once again, you know, players finding a way to counter French, who have been ranked as the strongest civilization in the game by multiple people, or as one of the strongest, together with Mongols, of course. But Mongols, it becomes super strong if you can execute on your PC strategy. If you do not do that, which you're not going to be able to do on this tournament because it's banned, then I'm not really sure exactly how strong the Mongols can be outside of that. But yeah, not really much of a gamer. I mainly like to watch AoE2. No, that's fine too. Yeah, I do understand that. It's fine. So what do we get for Mista? Mista's just going to be going for his standard School of Cavalry build. So he's got 8 villagers on food over here. You can also go for 7, but he's got 8 over here. He's going to be sending 3 villagers to gold, and he's going to send a few extra villagers to food, and then he'll go for the School of Cavalry. Meanwhile, MarineLorD, on the other hand, he is going for a similar build. The very beginning is going to be the same, 7 villagers in this case on food, and then he's sending some villagers to gold, which is going to be your standard opening. However, I think he might be going for the whole, which is going to allow him to train Lombos. But honestly, I don't know. I don't think that's going to be a good idea against... I mean, technically, okay, so there we go. He's going for the Council Hall. This is going to allow him to train archers faster. And it's going to be very good for massing a good amount of units super quick. Now, the thing is, I do not really know if that's going to work against Royal Knights, because Knights are not light armored units. They are heavy armored, so they are not going to take as much damage from archers and lombos as they would from crossbows, which are only available in the Castle Age anyway, right? So obviously we know that English do get a few things potentially under favor. There are a few upgrades you can research potentially to enable setting camps up to reset the HP of their units, although they are going to be kind of stuck. They are going to be anchored in a single spot. Wherever you go for the camp, your units are going to be anchored to, so they can heal up. While Royal Knights for French, on the other hand, they can heal up while moving if you research Chivalry. So yeah, I don't really know if archers are going to be the way to go about this. Obviously you can set up the spikes as well, which are going to do a lot of damage to incoming cavalry pushes, but if you're not paying attention to your units 100% of the time, it could potentially not work out. And also there is the fact that you can just get flanked as well. You can get pushed from behind. So we'll see. I'm very, very curious. He's gonna have to pair this up with a few spearmen for sure. I don't think Lombos alone are going to be the way to go. With some spearmen, so you can defend the archers from behind as well. I think that could potentially be good, but we'll see. Both players should be getting to the field age at about the same time, I think. TheMista. He's got 3 villagers over here working on it. MarineLorD, on the other hand, got only 2 villagers working on this one, but he started building this one a little bit sooner, so I think it's probably going to be coming up at about the same time. Yeah. It's going to be slightly later for MarineLorD, but remember, his units are going to be producing twice as fast, and archers are already so fast to produce, so that's pretty good. We take a look at the School of Cavalry over here, and there you go. It's going to be 18 seconds for Horsemen, 29 seconds for Royal Knights, and he's got 1 queued up already. Meanwhile, take a look at this. It's ridiculously fast for the Council Hall. 7 seconds to produce an archer. It's usually 14, but 50% faster from the Council Hall, so very, very curious as to how this is going to work, if it works. We have the barracks already up as well for MarineLorD, so we're gonna have some spearmen on top of archers, and Remember, I think APM is not going to be an issue for the blue player whatsoever. I think it's going to be all a matter of positioning. Yeah. And army composition. Army composition is quite clear what he's going to go for, right? Like, we know it's going to be spearmen and longbows, but it's going to be also very important the ratio of units he's got. Like, how many spearmen to how many archers. So right now it's going to be a 2-to-1 ratio of archers to spearmen. We're going to see if that suffices. Right now, Mista's got only one Royal Knight. He's got the second Royal Knight coming out, so that does not seem like a whole lot. And MarineLorD's gonna be the one doing the pressure over here, putting the pressure up. Here he comes. By the way, a quick reminder to anybody who might be using their full name on stream and might not feel like chatting because of it, you can change that in your YouTube settings. You can set up a tag that hides your name and you just see the tag. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Regardless. What do we get? MarineLorD starting to add a few extra spearmen over here, so that's not going to be a 2-to-1 ratio anymore. Right now it's going to be more like a 3-to-2 rather. We have 6 and 4 archers and spearmen respectively, and the MarineLorD on the other hand, he's got a few scouts. He's not gone forward just yet. He could have tried to use the mobility of his Royal Knights to do the same Casva did in the previous series and just go forward and try to get a few picks here and there, honestly. Although, MarineLorD is already doing some damage, even if he does not take any villagers down just yet. You know, he was able to push the MarineLorD away from berries over here. We still have a few sheep for him to take from over there for sure, but yeah. And notice the camp. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, right? There we go, he's got the camp over there. Because he can set camp with each archer individually, he can potentially set camp with up to like 6 times before he needs to replenish the camp again. So he's getting a little bit of extra HP out of the camps over there, even if he cannot really like sit around the actual fire. He's still getting a little bit of HP back, so that's pretty good. Once again though, having those units forward means that back home he's going to be kind of exposed. If we had 2 Royal Knights only, we have 5 right now for Mista, but if he just split 2 of these out of his main army and he sent those forward, he would have been able to take a few villages down already, I feel like. It's already coming forward. We have camp over here though for MarineLorD, it's gotta be careful. And a good amount of spearmen as well, but I feel like these Royal Knights are going to be enough. Let me see, I think he's going for... Let me check. Where's the stable? Does he have a stable? He does not have a stable. He's going for a house. I thought he was going for chivalry, but he was just taking a little bit longer to get the units out, or to regroup them rather, than I was expecting. So yeah, you know how we have seen in Age of Empires 2 scouts and archers be probably the strongest army composition in the Feudal Age? I feel like this is going to be a version of that on steroids. We have knights in the Feudal Age for the French over here and archers. Obviously, MarineLorD's got extra range compared to these archers with his longbows. So on paper, he should be able to take these down without taking too much damage on his own, you know, archers, longbows, and then he can protect the longbows with the spearmen. So let's see, is he going to set pikes? He's not going to go for the spikes just yet. He's just going to go for full-on spearmen over here. I don't know if this is going to suffice, so will it? All the archers are going down from the MarineLorD, and MarineLorD is cleaning the back line from the MarineLorD, and he's taking all the knights. He still has a few spearmen to work with over here as a meat shield, so that's pretty good. In the end though, the majority of the spearmen get pushed away by the knights, so this is still alright for Mista. He's not gonna be taking too much damage over here, but he's lost a lot more expensive units compared to MarineLorD. He's lost the archers and he's lost a bunch of knights. Meanwhile over here, MarineLorD lost a few longbows as well, but then he traded for spearmen, so that's going to be so much more cost effective for him compared to the knights that Mista has been losing himself. We have steel arrow right now as well for these longbows, so they are going to be stronger, which is pretty good. Where are the archers, by the way? Do we have any extra archers over here? Yeah, we do. We do have archers, but he does not have any upgrades just yet, so MarineLord's units are going to be significantly stronger compared to Mista. He's done a really good job. He's done a really good job. And setting up camp over here like this actually works really well for MarineLord. I'm liking it quite a bit. I was talking earlier about how you kind of need to stay within the radius of the camp to really heal up. But yeah, because he's got so many archers over here, like he can set camp with each archer every time that one runs out, right? Or he runs out of the influence of one. So you can kind of exploit that. Let's check. Good job. There we go. Here come the knights from Mista. Is gonna go for the counter strike. Meanwhile, MarineLord on the other hand is moving over to the left hand side. It's amazing how well he's been able to keep the HP up of these units. I mean, take a look at that. It's almost as if it did not take any damage whatsoever. These archers, Lombos, are almost full HP. There's only one weak over here. 20 HP lower than full HP, of course, but it's not too bad. Another barracks coming up for MarineLord. Interesting. It's got plenty of lumberjacks over here, as he needs the resources for the archers and for the Lombos and the spearmen. Meanwhile, Mista on the other hand, Mista's taking gold heavily. He's not taking quite as much wood. He's taking a lot of food for sure. Has he moved the... No, he's not moved deer. These are just sheep carcasses. Oh, okay, he does have a deer carcass over there, so he was... Oh, yeah, there we go. He's actually bringing in a few extra deer carcasses. Good job. MarineLord on the other hand is coming in. He's setting up camp. He's not going for the spikes whatsoever. He loses a lot of archers over there. This could be a great run from TheMista. Finally, to clean out the units from MarineLord. We're gonna see the spearmen over there are great meat shield, but this time around, the engagement was not the best at the very beginning for MarineLord, so he was pushed back. Yeah, he got pushed back. And now Mista's archers are going to be somewhat safe, as MarineLord could not take those quite as easily as he did last time around, so now the spearmen are in danger for MarineLord. Anyway, we saw also siege engineering, research for MarineLord, so we're probably going to see some rams coming up. He's going for a few outposts around, and let's check. Good job. Oh man, this is really bad. He is going to end up losing all the Lombos, is he? Not quite. Really good defense from MarineLord. Yeah, camp over there is getting so much value for him. Yeah, with the outposts over here, it's going to be fantastic for him as well. He's got a bunch of villagers here that he can potentially keep on going for more outposts. So the same way that we saw both these outposts come up over here, and he's denying the stone, for instance. If we went for another outpost, probably around this area, he might be able to push him away from gold as well, which would be fantastic, of course. But he's getting ramps up instead, which is also going to work wonders against outposts, obviously. So it's pretty good. Back home, by the way, single TC for MarineLord's just been going full aggression. Meanwhile, TheMista on the other hand, I think he's got a single TC as well, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got a single TC. Here comes a push from MarineLord, though. He's got higher score right now compared to Mista. He'll be able to take all the knights down. Without these knights over here, these Lombos are not really going to be under any threat whatsoever. Good job. He should be able to take these units down for sure, and he will. and then he can take down the archers as well. So he has taken the outpost. Now he can push all the villagers away from gold, and Mista's gonna have to make a move. Start taking gold from elsewhere. He's got, yeah, another gold vein over here on the left-hand side. Good job, good defense. Yeah. There's still only one ram though from MarineLorD. Right now, he's got enough resources to go for another ram, but that, you know, that means idling your archers for a little bit. So I do understand his reluctance to go for it. Instead of just gonna try to get full pressure going. Good job. He's not used the spikes once this game. I'm very curious if he's going to make use of that skill or not. So far, it just seems like he's going to use the camps to keep the HP of his units high, and that's about it. I would love for him to go for like 2 extra rounds right now. He can definitely go for one more for sure. He's repairing the round right now with some villages as well, so that's pretty good. And I think he probably has enough time to go for 2 additional rounds, and that's going to be so much harder to defend against for TheMista. Alright. It's coming in. The ram's going to soak damage. We have villages at hand as well. Take the TC down. Hard the spearmen, actually. Yeah, where are the villagers? Oh, that's not villagers. It's actually just the spearmen repairing the rams. Yeah, once again, guys, I'm telling you. I'm delving into Age of Empires 4, so forgive me for any mistakes that I might make over here. I thought for a moment you're just used to villagers repairing rams in Age of Empires 2, so yeah. It's going to get better for sure, anyway. It's been good for him. It's been good. Still definitely would like to see a second or a third ram coming in, or a second and a third ram rather. But this is still pretty good pressure. I mean, slowly but surely, he's been able to take like, what is that? 30% of the HP of that TC already? Which is just amazing. And there is nothing really stopping him from like doing the same for the next 10 minutes or so and eventually taking the TC down. Can just repair the ram, reset the HP of these archers, you know, keep on going for more units. And then it's just going to be a full defense for TheMista the entirety of the game. Yeah, once again, just like this. Well played. This is going down to Rebels. Good job. The archers are getting cleaned up over here. Now the Royal Knights are getting cleaned up as well, and there is no defense for TheMista anymore. He calls a GG, and MarineLorD is going to take on the French with English, doing an incredible job over here. So we're gonna be updating the scoreboard in just 1 second. Let's go and take a look at the stats over here real quick. Taking a look at military pearls for MarineLorD. That was really good. 84 to 70 KD is actually a lot better than it seems for MarineLorD because of the units he was trading. He traded spearmen and lombos for Royal Knights, which are much more expensive. If we take a look at the economy on the other hand, he managed to get a lot more wood. We saw that he was going at it quite heavily. And that's about it for technology. Faster uptime for TheMista to the fuel H anyway, but yeah, it did not really matter too much. He was not able to make too much happen with it. Once again, I feel like if TheMista had split a few of his units out of his main army early on and sent those Royal Knights forward, he might have been able to do some good damage before eventually getting pushed out. But yeah, let's go back and wait for game number 2. Let me update also the score over here as MarineLorD's up 1-0 already. There we go. Let's see if it works now. I think it works now. Okay, we have stopped dropping frames, hopefully. Anyway, yeah, for MarineLorD, we're gonna have the Ruse over here. Meanwhile, for TheMista, on the other hand, he's playing with the Mongols. We have seen the Mongols in the previous set already, but we have not seen the Rus, so I'm very curious to see what we're gonna get over here. It's probably going to be similar to what we saw French do in the previous games, just go for, you know, early knights in the case of the Rus, as opposed to royal knights, but yeah. Let's take a look. For MarineLorD, obviously he's gonna be getting a bounty each time that he gets a wild animal down. He's gonna be getting some gold. He's going to increase the bounty. The higher bounty he gets, the faster food income he's gonna be getting from all food sources. Then on top of that we have the hunting cabin, which he can build, which is going to replace a mill, of course, right here. And the hunting cabin is actually going to generate gold per minute based on the amount of wood around it. So yeah, it's pretty good. Gear coming up already for Mista, so it's gonna be going for a pretty standard build. 9 villages and food early on. It's gonna be going for the gear and then making a switch over to gold. Meanwhile, MarineLorD is gonna keep on trying to get a few wolves down, a few wild animals down, of course. And he's got 2 scouts to work with, 3 scouts to work with actually, so he's gonna be able to get as much bounty as possible. Meanwhile, the Mista, on the other hand, obviously with cans, he's gonna, or well, with scouts over here, is gonna try to get the deer down to try and prevent MarineLorD from getting as much bounty as possible. But with 3 scouts already, that's gonna be very, very hard to do actually. So yeah, over here on the left hand side, MarineLorD's got double scout push, and then on the right hand side, he's got 1 scout over here still roaming around. Now I don't think he can take any extra deer, right? Because he took this deer patch over here on the left of Mista's base, and then this one on the right hand side. It got denied actually by Mista himself, so yeah. And then around the map, I think he already got all the other ones, right? One. Oh, he missed this one! He missed his own deer! We have the boar over here as well. He's going back. This could be really good for Mista. He's got 2 scouts to work with. Yeah, so if he finds these, it's gonna be denying a lot of bounty to MarineLorD, so let's see. Oh, Wooden Fortress. The Wooden Fortress has also an influence system for Rus, so lumber camp's gonna be, there you go, is gonna be turning 20% more wood as long as it's under the influence of a Wooden Fortress. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The Mista's going for it, and he's getting 2, he's getting 3, he's getting all! I think he got 6 out of 7 over there. And yeah, MarineLorD on the other hand struggled, I think, right? Or was that... I think it was. Anyway. Good job, good job. So the Golden Gate coming in over here for MarineLorD. That's going to allow him to exchange resources, so it's like a market, right? It's going to allow you to exchange resources at a favorable rate, generating 1 trade per minute. 1 accumulation per minute, so to say. There we go. Good job. Yeah, MarineLorD's going to get pushed away from here for sure. But it's fine. He wasn't really trying to get the Yobu down. He's just trying to be a nuisance at this point. Let's check. Village is here finally now for MarineLorD. He's gonna wheelbarrow as well, which is pretty good. We're gonna see double stable coming up. Basically, so he can start going for early knights ASAP. Meanwhile, TheMista on the other hand, Mista's going for outposts already, so he's gonna try to defend himself. And he's got a deer stones over here. He's got a deer stones, and then he's moving the barracks elsewhere, so he can produce faster. He's moving the barracks within the influence of the Yobu. It's pretty good. That's going to allow him to train 2 spearmen at a time, which is awesome, of course. Mista? Yeah. He's gonna try to get the early knights out ASAP with double stable. He's gonna try to really get the numbers going. Meanwhile, yeah, MarineLorD's gonna try to go for that. Meanwhile, TheMista on the other hand is just gonna be playing defensive over here for the time being. This really saves a lot of resources, honestly. He's played this one really well. You can see how Mongols are uniquely different compared to some of the other civilizations. He's done a really good job at it. Oh wow, he's got 6 scouts over here as well. He's taking all the deer in. Good job. Good job. A little bit of pressure from TheMista, not too much. MarineLorD should be fine over here. There we go. Yeah. MarineLorD's still trying to get pressure up over here. Let's see if he can get a scout down. Meanwhile, TheMista on the other hand is just taking so many deer with the scouts. Well played. He's not losing a single scout either, and he's got spearmen already over here to play with. So those early knights are getting pushed away. These are super strong units, by the way, for the Rus, for sure. Mista's gotta be really careful, because as long as MarineLorD's got these units around, he can just keep on. Yeah, he can just keep on roaming around and potentially finding more villages, exposed villages here and there. There we go. He's just going around himself with the scouts. I think he's just gonna try to get these deer, right? Wow, he's doing a really good job. Amazing. How many deer has he collected with all the scouts so far? What a player, man. And this is really hard to do as well, because he's microing all these units at the same time as well. Like, he gets here and immediately he just spreads everyone to get different deer. That is really good accuracy, especially with how hard it is to select units in Age of Empires 4. Step Redoubt coming in here over here for coming up here for Mista. Right next to the stone, to the goal rather, so he's not gonna need to move it anywhere. And MarineLorD finally researches survival techniques, but he's already gone for a hunting cabin next to the deer back on the back of his base. And then what is he really gonna be able to do with survival techniques? Like, there are almost no deer carcasses left around the map. There is like 1, 2 left, 3, 4 left. Yeah, it's not enough. MarineLorD's finally going up to the Castle Age himself as well. Let's check. He's going for the Abbey of the Trinity. The Abbey of the Trinity acts as a monastery. Can produce warrior monks at half the cost and contains unique religious technologies. So we're gonna see some monk plays over here from MarineLorD, which is very interesting. I don't think I have seen the Rus go for that before. During the qualifiers last weekend, it was mostly the other building. I don't remember the name right now. Yeah, once again, still trying to adapt to Age of Empires 4. Is the final best of 7? Yes, no way. It's best of 7. The quarterfinals are all best of 5, semifinals best of 5 as well. The semifinals is going to be very interesting, of course. With 8 civilizations available and players not being able to utilize the same civilization they have won with twice, on paper we should see at the very least 4 different civilizations for whoever wins. So that's already pretty exciting. We know we're probably gonna see French, Rus, maybe Mongols, maybe English. I'm very curious if we are going to get Delhi or Abbasid. Delhi seems to be very strong from what we saw in the previous series though, in any case. By the way, no way. Are you coming into the channel for the first time right now, or were you familiar with my Twitch channel before, maybe? There we go, Castle Age is here. Yeah, and he's going for warrior monks. Elsewhere, MarineLorD's still roaming around with some of his early knights. Yeah, you. I'm curious. Is it the first time you're coming into one of my streams, or were you familiar with? Oh, Springall's coming out right now for the Mista. Or were you familiar with my Twitch channel before? Good job, good job. With the Springall's coming up over here, it's gonna be so good for the Mista to take units down at a distance. You can dominate. You know how the Springall's can be so strong, and Siege in general in Age of Empires 4 can be so strong. Was that before you had to restart? Oh, okay. Thanks. Hope you're enjoying. Let's see. Here he comes, and that's what I'm talking about! He's got more Springall's coming up as well. So that should be really good for him. MarineLorD, on the other hand, I don't think he's got any siege to defend himself with, right? It's just gonna be going for standard units. So this could be really good for the Mista. That's going to be 5 Springall's for him, which is already insane, of course. Good job. Just gotta be really careful, of course. Those Springall's could potentially go down fairly easily to units, and you can see the MarineLorD's trying to get the flank going. Yes, it's gonna try to come from behind. We see a ram coming in over here for the Mista. And MarineLorD started to take a little bit of damage on the landmark. It's fine. Springall's are not going to be the strongest against landmarks, so it's going to take a lot. You can see it's doing 5 or actually 10 damage per shot per bolt. That's going to require 500 to take down this, so it's I don't think it's going to be much to worry about for the Mista, for MarineLorD rather, in any case. So here he comes. Now with rams, this is going to be a completely different situation. He can take this down so much faster with a ram. On the left hand side, we see a counter strike coming in from MarineLorD, but he wasn't able to do too much damage. We already have some defense over here for the Mista with men-at-arms. So yeah, extra Springall's coming in for sure. Cool if Mista takes this one. That'd be nice. Yes, I'm all for a full series, of course. And there we go. That's the flanking that I was talking about. MarineLorD's taking the Springall's down. That's gonna be 1 down already. He's got still 5 up though, which is remarkable. From the Mista, and MarineLorD is struggling to defend himself over here. What a great push from the red player. If he ends up taking this one, that's going to be so clutch for him. For information, it looks like the chat box in OBS has disconnected or something. Yeah, I noticed that. I do not really know how to fix that though, sorry. Yeah, because it does not seem to be picking up the chat right now. Yeah. I'm still fairly new to YouTube streaming, so there are a few things that I'm not really sure how to work around. For instance, when I had to restart OBS, I tried to reconnect to the previous live stream session that I had, but it didn't seem like I was live because I was asking and there was nobody there, so I had to start a new one, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it's going to get better. I'm going to start getting used to it for sure. As time goes, of course, remember that I'm still gonna be streaming primarily on Twitch. Age of Empires 2 content. Age of Empires 4 streams on YouTube are going to be for tournaments and matchups, show matches rather. So yeah, went away from the stream for a while, and I didn't know if you were aware. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. That's gonna be GG, guys. That's too much pressure coming in from TheMista over here. MarineLorD taps out. That's going to equalize the series. We have a 1-1 situation going on here. Let me update the score rather for both players. So TheMista 1, MarineLorD 1. Well played. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. We're going to be going through these fairly quickly. We have a very close 3-to-2 KD ratio for military KD over here, which is pretty good for TheMista, of course. For economy, on the other hand, it was better for MarineLorD for food and wood, but we had a lot more stone, and most importantly, a lot more gold collected for TheMista, which he absolutely took advantage of to get the push going over there. So well played. Let's go back. We're gonna be waiting for game number 3 to begin. Hopefully my OBS is not going to straight out die again. I'm hoping anyway. Let's take a look. Let's reveal the entire map. And yeah, welcome you guys to game number 3 then. We have Mongols for MarineLorD. And interesting, we have a hybrid map actually. It's this one again. Mongolian Heights. So yeah, is he going to go for a dock right away? We'll see. I'm probably gonna see TheMista go for a dock right away himself. He's got French over here, which is pretty good. Let's check this. There we go. Good scouting information over here for MarineLorD already. So for this matchup, once again, I feel like on a primarily land map, Mongols would be able to hold on against French just fine. On a hybrid or water map, I feel like it can be an issue. Like French can be so strong early on. They can start putting pressure on water right away. So we'll see. For the time being, MarineLorD is going to be the first one going for water. And it doesn't seem to me like Mista's going to be going for water himself. Interesting. Yeah, he's just going for sheep. Let's check. Yeah, I don't see a single villager coming forward from Mista, so it doesn't seem like he's going to be interested in going for water whatsoever. So what is the plan over here? He knows the trade post location at the very beginning, so he could potentially just try to go for trade, I guess, and just completely ignore water. But once again, with French, and they know, I think they should know. Let me check. So for Mista over here, for the French player, he should know. He knows about the trade post. Yes. Is it? It's not possible, right? To let's see. Trade in water over here. Yeah, we don't have a trade dock. So yeah, I was going to say you would probably want to go for water because of the French bonus, but yeah, there is no trade docks over here. So all right, that means MarineLorD, without any contest from TheMista, is going to get full water control over here, which means his economy is going to be significantly stronger because of the fishing ships. Now an outpost for TheMista. Is expecting MarineLorD to be the one putting pressure up? With what? The can? Is that going to be enough? It's going to be threat enough to force a tower up? That seems kind of awkward. Or an outpost rather. Well, we're probably gonna see. Yeah, we're probably gonna see a deer stones coming up for MarineLorD very soon. He's got almost enough resources. Let me take a look at MarineLorD's income per minute. Yeah, of course, food's going to be so much better for him. It's collecting a lot more. TheMista, on the other hand, is getting more stone, which is interesting. Is he taking stone? Wait. Did I get misled over here? Oh, no. Sorry, he's collecting more gold. Stone is only for the Mongol player. I was kind of confused over there. I was like, what? French taking stone so fast? Yeah, there we go. The deer stone's coming in. That's pretty good. Good job. Plenty of fishing ships over here as well. We have 1,000 food on the shorefish, so that's gonna be worth protecting. Absolutely. And here comes the scout against the villager. It's gonna take forever to take it down, so it's just... he should just bail. Well, now we have 2 scouts though. That's going to be a little bit better. However, MarineLorD's going to bring the can back out just in time. So yeah, if we get the deer stones up over here, is he going to back it up, send it forward probably? PLH is here for Mista already. And what does he have? He's got a school of cavalry, so he's gonna start going for early knights already. Actually, sorry, royal knights. Is he though? He's not queuing knights whatsoever. So what is the plan over here? He's going for... wow, he's going for an archer range. Interesting. No knights then? Okay, now he's going for knights. I think he might not have had enough resources. Yeah, I think he didn't have the resources. This is really awkward for TheMista. He's not going for water, so MarineLorD's going to be in a much better spot because of it. His economy is going to be so much stronger. So if we take a look at the population right now, 25 out of which 23 are eco units for TheMista. If we take a look at MarineLorD on the other hand, he's got 27 eco units already, so that's a very nice lead. And then on top of that, he's got more military units too, with the, like heaps of spearmen around the dock over here, protecting. Yeah. Let's check. New age begins. You better, baby. There we go. So it's fuel H for bow players. Yam is so important for your spearmen. It's going to allow you to catch up to cavalry units a little bit easier as well. So it's 100% understandable that he's gone for it. Deer stones. It's got more spearmen coming out as well. Oh, we have a light junk coming out as well. Some actual navy. TheMista, on the other hand, if he does not go for a second TC, he's just going to fall behind in economy severely. And I just don't see what the strat over here is for the red player. To speak of. Spearman coming in for MarineLorD. Yeah, and he's gonna keep on sending more. He's got an outpost coming out as well, so the outpost is going to contribute towards the Yam network, or it's going to be affected by the influence of the deer stones, and it's going to buff. It's going to enhance the units within its range. MarineLorD can go for anything he wants, basically, in terms of siege. He's gonna have to wait until the castle age to get access to everything. For the time being, in the field age, he can just go for rams and siege towers, which are actually not that useful right now, of course. Let's see. Some archers over here. The archers are going to be good, of course, against light armor units. It's fine. We see the knights coming in from Mista, so he's gone for a few. He's coming in right now. He's gonna try and take a few villages down over here. So we'll see though. MarineLorD's got the TC right at hand. He's got 28 villages. He can garrison only 20 of those instead of the TC. Oh, but he's going right after the archers and he takes one down, but he gets pushed away by spearmen. So he cannot keep on doing too much damage over here. He cannot keep on, yeah, hanging around this area for too long. He needs to be really careful. Let's see. Yeah, and he can potentially start taking a lot of villagers over here if he's careful and just takes advantage of the mobility, as long as he outpaces the units that MarineLorD's got to defend with. Which of course is going to be harder against Mongols because of the YAM network, but yeah. If he doesn't do any damage, he's once again just going to continue falling behind further. Steve or Redoubt, sorry, coming out over here for him. So that's already pretty good. Once again, this is going to be as a Gur, and you know, gold dropped into this building is going to be multiplied by 1.5, so 50% extra. Yeah. There we go. Huh. He was going for an outpost, he decided against it in the end. Still arrow completed right now for MarineLorD as well, so these archers are going to be stronger. Perfect. Now, I don't think we're gonna see the Castle Age coming in for MiSTA just yet. He's trying to get to the resources he needs. But take a look at that, man. While he's trying to get resources to even go up to the Castle Age, we have more resources for MarineLorD already. So he could go up to the Imperial Age not much later compared to MiSTA's Castle Age time. So MarineLorD's looking so much stronger over here. Once again, it's so puzzled about MiSTA not contesting water whatsoever, especially with French being so good. But yeah, it might be something. There might be something about the Mongols that I'm missing over here. Maybe something related to the YAM network or something. But yeah, it just seems so awkward. He ended up falling behind significantly in economy because of it, and now that's going to come at a price. Of course, he's only now going to be able to go up to the Castle Age. Meanwhile, MarineLorD, he's already going to have the ability to go for like mangonels, you know, counterweight trebuchets, springals as well. And we saw springals work really well before for the MiSTA. Now, very easily, MarineLorD could be the one taking advantage of the access to siege on the battlefield to get the push going against MiSTA for sure. So we'll see. Stable on the way for MiSTA. Let's see a guild hole coming in for for the Castle Age, which for French will generate and store resource over time. So the way this works is it creates a bank of resources you're gonna be massing resources into, and you can like take those resources and put them into your stockpiles, right? The thing is, the more resources are generated and stored, the faster they generate. So you don't want to keep on taking resources out of the building. You want to let some so that they generate faster too, but you know, it's pretty good in case of emergency. You might be able to just get it. He's going for food right now, so it's gonna start. Yeah, it's gonna start getting food. He's gonna have a lot right now to work with. He ends up losing the archer range already, and now he's under a lot of pressure. There might be only one ram, but you know, it's taking this school of cavalry down no problem. MiSTA, by the way, already has chivalry as well, so these knights are going to remain full HP for the most part. Outpost coming up. Oh, so he can bring the... I don't think this is within the range, right? No. He's gonna have to bring the deer stones forward. Well, this could be kind of awkward. Now MiSTA's coming in. He's gonna try to flank the units, and he's going for it. We have veteran archers over here for MarineLorD already. So these are significantly stronger. We have spearmen as well. These are veteran spearmen as well. So MarineLorD, with his much stronger economy, has been able to get much stronger units out, and that alone is going to pay off big time over here against the Knights. He's taking them down with the Spearman. He's with a fantastic meat shield over here to work with, and now he's bringing the Deer Stones so that he can extend the Yam network. He ends up getting pushed away, but honestly, that wasn't even the worst fight that he could have taken. And remember as well, Mista is still, you know, kind of on the back foot. If you take a look at the economy, over here Mista is on 52 eco units and 11 military units. We have 53 eco units over here for MarineLorD and 19 military units. So it seems to me, yeah, like the French bonus over here came in clutch for the Mista with faster training villagers, because otherwise he probably would be behind by so much. So much more, actually. Only one villager behind at this stage is actually not bad. Mista's got the Castle Age up, and he's got only one TC. And then on water, he's not going for any extra fishing ships after the initial batch of units he got. So yeah, I think he might have gotten a little bit of idle TC time though, to be honest, MarineLorD that is. Yeah, and the Voodoo depletes right now as well. Where is it? Did he delete it already? He might have deleted it already. Well, anyway, I would like to see this outpost come up regardless, but he's sending more units in. It's going to be all about military pressure right now for MarineLorD. His economic lead is not here anymore. He doesn't really have much of an eco lead, rather. So yeah. Dude, where is the Obu? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so he's going... Yeah, he's going for another one. Okay. Here it comes once again. He's going after the School of Cavalry again. He's got the archers. Veteran archers as well. So much stronger. 9 attack. Veteran spearmen as well are coming in clutch. Meanwhile, these are veteran royal knights already, so these are much stronger as well. They are going to end up taking the spearmen down. They didn't really take a whole lot of damage over here, but to be honest, he had some archers on the back as well, attacking over there. So yeah. Good job. There we go. Mista's been able, yeah, to push him back. There's a little bit of a dog coming up over here, but it doesn't seem like he can do too much with it just yet. Yeah, he's not done any damage. So he's probably just going to end up losing this one. The thing is, this is kind of just distracting MarineLorD's units, honestly. Mista, on the other hand, is coming forward. He's getting spotted though by MarineLorD. He's got line of sight already, so let's see if he's going to bring his units back or not. Not really, he's just ignoring the knights. He's got some spearmen over here, but we saw the spearmen were not strong enough against knights forward. Yeah, we have only one melee armor over here for these spearmen, so they're not going to be anywhere near as strong, and the knights on the other hand are so much better. So yeah, he's gotta be careful still. Spearmen forward, they're getting pushed back. He might end up losing the milestone over here though, honestly. It's pretty bad. Oh, the landmark, sorry, not the milestone. Yeah, he's just going to bring it back. That's good. Mista trying to get the counter push going. He's got a lot of knights over here to work with. Enough so to take a bunch of villages down very, very quickly. Let's check. Good job. Good job, Mista's protecting the units instead of just trying to trade right away. So now as MarineLorD's coming forward, he can use these units to roam around and go around this area and start striking again. Especially against all the lumberjacks over here, these are very, very exposed. MarineLorD on the other hand starting to prepare a push once again. He's bringing the deer stones forward once again. Oh, it's actually a Gur? Interesting. I thought I was going to bring the deer stones forward. Oh, but he does not have any outposts forward anymore, so I guess that makes sense. Anyway, with all the spearmen coming in, rams as well and whatnot. Might be able to get a good trade over here, but he's gotta be careful, man. There's a lot of knights from TheMista. Honestly, the spearmen alone are not probably not going to suffice, so the veteran archers over here are an absolute necessity. So here he comes, and he's got the inspiration from the cat as well. He pushes Mista away, and the school of cavalry might very well go down. Meanwhile, on the other side, we see also these knights coming in here, and he was able to take a few villages down for sure. And he can still keep on trying to take more villages down over here, but he's got to try and defend against the push from MarineLorD as well. And as he loses one landmark, yeah, that's already going to put him in such an awkward spot. And Mista over here struggles big time. He's probably going to end up losing the TC if he does not react fast. Meanwhile over here, those knights are still going to keep on drawing attention from these spearmen, but if they keep on taking advantage of their mobility and go around, they could potentially just run around the cliff and come back against to take on the lumberjacks again. But let's take a look at this engagement over here. DC so far has been taking a lot of damage. MarineLorD is getting surrounded by knights right now though, so Mista might be able to clean the units up over here. If he can clean up the archers, the spearmen, and take down the rams, he's going to survive a little bit more. But honestly, he's taking so much damage over here that whatever he would have left, and you can see that he just lost everything, so he doesn't have anything left anymore, he wouldn't really be able to push forward with anyway. So yeah, it's looking a lot better for MarineLorD. It seems like he's going to end up taking this one. If he takes the TC, that's going to leave TheMista on only one landmark left, which is right next to the TC, which means it wouldn't be really too difficult for MarineLorD in his already strong position to take the final landmark as well and just take this game. So yeah, Mr. Strine of course, but this is going to be another instance, guys, of French getting completely flattened by a different civilization. Now to be fair, once again, Mista did never go for water. So that seems like it could have been better, but other than that, MarineLorD has played this one really well, and it seems like we are going to get a lot more than just French Royal Knight spam, you know, in the quarterfinal stage, which I love, of course. I would definitely prefer to see more variety rather than a single strat over and over again, but it's looking very much over. Yes, right now we can see Mista is going to start fighting with villagers only, which means these archers are going to be taking care of those. And all of a sudden MarineLorD's villager count is going to be so much higher, 68 right now compared to Mista's 67, not that much higher actually. But yeah, the longer that Mista is forced into defending with villagers, then the better the damage is going to be with these archers. So it seems to be fairly over, indeed. Seems like the knights went down over here eventually to the spearmen, so there is not really a whole lot for Mista to do forward himself. And that's probably gonna be over. He's going right after the guild hall right now. That's the final landmark he needs to take down to take this game. Yeah, so TC foundation is getting destroyed right now as well again. Remember, you need to repair a milestone fully to recover. So yeah. So it's going down to 70 HP or so, 70% HP or so. One final holdout for TheMista. It's not seeming like he'll be able to do much of anything with these units, though he does not have the numbers, unfortunately. Yeah, so as long as MarineLorD keeps on migrating over here and kiting the units, he should be able to take this one. So wouldn't be surprised to see the GG being called very soon, if not for the landmark going down, just because of the units being insufficient for him to defend with. Especially as MarineLorD's got a much stronger economy to keep on spamming units with as well. The spearmen and archers over here are going to be so hard to push back. So at this point, basically the minimap is going to reveal a blue infestation inside red space. And Red's got no answer for that, unfortunately. There we go. That's GG, guys. MarineLorD up 2-1 against TheMista. Let's update. Oops. Alright. Let's update the score. So, player 1-2. Player 2-1. Let's go and take a look at the achievements then real quick. Take a look at the KD over here. Much better for Mista. But remember that MarineLorD was also trading much cheaper units. So it was not necessarily cost effective for the red player in any case. For economy on the other hand, we also have a stronger economy for MarineLorD across the board. Getting more food stone. Wood as well. Only in gold he fell behind compared to Mista. But this economy was much stronger for the majority of the game, of course. And that just comes from getting water early on. And that allowed him to snowball his economy for the rest of the game as well, while TheMista on the other hand kind of struggled to, you know, take advantage of it. So let's go back. Guys, welcome everyone to game number 4. Might very well once again be the last game of the series. We will see. We will see what we get, but yeah. Let's reveal the map. Let's fast forward as well. We just want to catch up completely, and now we have done so. And yeah, it's going to be French for both players. That means we're going to have the same bonuses for both. It's not going to be about a civilization being stronger than the other. It's going to be about the players being able to execute on whatever strategies they have prepared over here better than their opponents. I think it's going to be very predictable. I think we're probably just going to see Royal Knights from both players, most likely. But come on, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a chance. Let's see what we get. Maybe we're gonna get something a little bit more interesting. We'll see. All right. We have the same for both, right? 7 on food, then make a switch to gold. Yeah, this is already quite, you know, telltale. We're just going to see full Royal Knight spam from both players. There we go. The map, by the way, is Mountain Pass. Mountain Pass we saw already in Age of Empires 2, but it's different compared to Age of Empires 4. In Age of Empires 4, it's going to be like a lot rockier over here. And in Age of Empires 2 is like you're on a little bit of a mountain range rather, as opposed to a mountain pass. And the mountain pass in Age of Empires 2 is more like, or this mountain pass in Age of Empires 4 is more like mountain range actually in Age of Empires 2. So yeah. I shall see both players going out to the FLH very soon. Oh! Okay, additional villager on gold for Mista. What is he thinking of? One extra villager on gold. I don't think that's a mistake. No, I think that's very much on purpose. Is he... What's he gonna try and do? Is he gonna try to produce from more than just a school of cavalry? Is he going to go for a stable? That'd be pretty interesting. He's going for the school of cavalry already. And MarineLorD's got the resources to go for the school of cavalry as well. So Mista over here has me intrigued. Color me intrigued for this one for sure. Same for both. 2 villagers over here. 3 villagers for the Mista. And still 4 gold miners. So he's got only 6 villagers left on food. Meanwhile over here we should have 7, right? Well, he's moving forward already. He's got 6 still. Alright, he's adding more villagers over to gold. So we are seeing a few differences over here, like players are starting to veer away a little bit more for the specifics of the build for sure. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that MarineLorD does not have any extra. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now he's got a sheep, because having had to go for the mill over here can be unfortunate if you have to go and collect berries, you know, only, which is not as good. Anyway, let me fast forward again so we can catch up. There we go. School of cavalry for both players. Coming in a little bit faster for Mista. And there we go. Both players should be up at about the same time. The slight lead in uptime we're gonna get from Mista, I think, is just going to be offset by the defender's advantage over here for MarineLorD. To be honest, this map is fairly standard. Like, it doesn't seem to be particularly different compared to some of the other maps. Like, it just seems like all these maps are kind of like variations of Dry Arabia. Like, this seems like Dry Arabia with a mountain on top, or with a mountain range rather. I guess this could be really good for vision, and it kind of creates a little bit of a choke point, right? Up north over here, but it's not going to be narrow enough to really account as a choke point, I think. Over here on the left-hand side, there is an opening, so units can come through here, but they wouldn't be able to get across because of the forest, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think they wouldn't be able to go across. So it's going to be taking place mostly up north. I'm kind of wondering if anybody's going to try to wall this area. If you could control the crossing, that'll give you such a nice lead, but it's going to come at a huge cost, of course. You're going to have to pay for the walls, you're going to have to send villagers over, and that's just going to take resources away from your potential night production. So yeah. Anyway, we see a few deer down over here. Is Mista going for professional scouts? I think he might just be going for it, right? Yeah. There we go, professional scouts, about to finish researching. He's going for survival techniques to increase food income from hunters as well, so now he can carry over the deer. That's pretty good, he's done a good job. Yeah, well played. Meanwhile over here, MarineLorD on the other hand, got the first Royal Knight coming forward. And he's gonna be going for the exact same, I believe, right? So if he does not have survival technique or professional scouts right now, okay, he just finished researching it, so yeah. It's very, very comparable for both players. I think villager count's probably going to be about the same for both. We do have 27 villagers versus 27 villagers, so it's the same, only a few extra military units for TheMista currently because of his light lead, but that's about it. Also, he's got the scouts, the extra scouts. We do have extra scouts over here for MarineLorD as well. So nobody's really trying to do too much over here. I think MarineLord's probably gonna try to get a villager or two down with a knight over there, but he's probably going to end up sacrificing this one. And I don't see the players really trying to put quite as much pressure on this matchup as we have seen French do in the past. So yeah, it doesn't seem like he's gonna be able to get even a single villager down. He's just getting pushed out. Yeah, he's getting pushed away. So maybe we're going to get a fairly turtly game until we get, you know, to the castle age or so. I think that might just be the case. Let's check. Good job. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be fairly turtly until we get to the castle age. So that's going to give us a little bit of space for both players to start, you know, getting apart in terms of build, in terms of economy as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see a player potentially try to push for a second TC, but I don't think anybody's really taking stone right now, right? So yeah, no second TCs, no. So right now it's basically a matter of both players keeping the TCs working at all times. Hey Avalanches! From everywhere, how are you doing? Hi from YouTube, yeah. As promised, we're gonna be doing Age of Empires 4 streams on YouTube and Age of Empires 2 streams on Twitch. So yeah, welcome. Hope everything's going alright. Check about this. It's going back. He doesn't have anywhere near as many units to engage, so MarineLorD is going to get pushed away. He does have a few extra scouts around, but these are not going to be as good as knights, so he's just going back. Anyway, Castle Age should be on the way. Now for Mr. MarineLorD, he's going for the guild hall. We have seen this one before. It's going to generate and store resources. The more resources are stored, the faster they are going to get generated. You can pick which resource you want to generate, which is pretty good. And then you can just collect those resources whenever you need them. How about we go really well for you, man? I'm gonna go see you. Okay, Avalanche, yeah, no problem, man. See you and take care. Thanks so much for stopping by. Nice. It's always nice to see the folks from Twitch popping popping up in YouTube. But yeah. There we go. Good trade over there for MiSTA. He's coming forward now. MarineLorD, on the other hand, is going for more stables. He's got a stable and a barracks rather coming in. Yeah, Guildhall's going to be here at any moment now. Meanwhile, we take a look at MiSTA on the other hand. He's also going up to the Castle Age. Is he going for the Guildhall as well? Yeah, both players basically mirroring each other once again. It's going to be a little bit sooner for MarineLorD, and by a little bit I mean quite a bit sooner for MarineLorD compared to the MiSTA. However, it does come at a cost. He does not have currently anywhere near as many military units as MarineLorD has. As the MiSTA has, sorry. So he's gonna be up sooner, but he's not going to have too many units to play with when he gets there. Meanwhile, the MiSTA, on the other hand, of course, once he gets to the Castle Age, is going to have a few extra knights to potentially upgrade. You know, that could be really, really good for him. This can be dangerous for Marine, yes. Kind of playing with fire over here for sure. So we will see. Once we get Guildhall up, he's gonna be able to get the upgrades up for these knights as well. But so he can go for Veteran Knight, I think. Right? Let me check. Yeah, Veteran Knight. But he does not have too many units over here. And the MiSTA, on the other hand, almost takes a scout over there. Is going to get pushed back, but he's got more units on the left hand side. And now the Castle Age is here for MiSTA. Will he go for the upgrade right away or not? Let's go and take a look real quick. Yeah, he's going for Veteran Knights right away, and he's got more units over here compared to MarineLorD. Is that the case still, actually? We have 7? Yeah, versus 9, actually, so MiSTA still has more. He needs to keep on spamming. He needs to keep on spamming the knights. He's got more over here. He needs to keep on sending more. If he can get 2 groups of units and he can get a good flank going against MarineLorD's units, he should be in a much better spot. So he's got the veteran upgrade right now. And MarineLorD, on the other hand, he's got veteran right now as well. So it's going to be the same upgrades for both players. Just MiSTA's got a lot more military units compared to MarineLorD. At this point in time, population is a little bit higher for MiSTA, and I think it's mostly because of the extra military units. We have 49 villagers, while MarineLorD's got 48 villagers. So yeah. There we go. Zhao's got a lot of knights on the left hand side, so he might get pushed to wave here, but he's just... Oh, these units are just a decoy! Now MarineLorD doesn't have anything to defend the villagers with. So he's got a garrison then that's going to interrupt his gold income. This is so good for MiSTA already. And then on the left hand side, he still has more and more knights coming in by the minute. So MiSTA's French gameplay over here is looking a little bit stronger compared to MarineLorD. He's got a significantly higher score as well, 700 extra points compared to the blue player. Yeah, and he might be able to do a lot of damage over here. He's got to be very cautious. with how he pushes. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. MarineLorD's going back over there too. Yeah, he's going back to goal. He's going for a second TC, but Mista still looking significantly stronger right now. Should be able to get good engagements over here. He's just being overly cautious, but I think right now he's got enough numbers to get the win, no matter what. Like, he's got 11 knights over here, plus 11. That's going to be 22 knights for him, compared to how many for MarineLorD? MarineLorD's got, he's got 10 military units, 9 knights. Make that 10, 11 knights for the blue player right now. This is clearly not going to suffice whatsoever. Some extra barracks coming in. Is gonna try to make a switch to pikemen, but I don't know if that's going to be enough, man. Mista, if he realizes about the barracks coming in, he can try and force the engagement, and there is nothing over here for MarineLorD to defend himself. The spearmen are coming in so slowly. He's got only 1 barracks right now, and here comes the engagement. A lot of villagers going down for MarineLorD, and the Mista is taking the engagement over here with a huge lead in numbers. We have only 7 knights for MarineLorD. Meanwhile, the Mista, on the other hand, at this point, is on 20 knights. A veteran upgrade as well, super strong. And he's just completely dominated the engagement, and he's taking game number 4, guys. The Mista equalizes it. We get a full series, as MarineLorD's gonna have to take game number 5 to move on to the semifinals. So it's going to be the case for the Mista. First full series of the day. Good job. Let's update the score real quick. We're gonna jump into the next game as soon as it becomes available, of course. But yeah, you can see ever since the village hit over here, Mista was ever so slightly able to keep a nice lead over there. Let's go to the timeline once again for total units count. And around here, you know, when MarineLorD started diverting some of his resources towards saving to go up to the Castle Age, the Mista took the chance to mass extra units. So when he got to the Castle Age, he was in a much better spot. So really well played. GG. For KD over here, overall it's going to be much better for the Mista. It's going to be fairly close to 4 to 1, sorry, but not quite. Significantly better than 3 to 1 though. And yeah, for economy, Mista managed to get more food, significantly so. Not quite as much wood, not quite as much stone. MarineLorD was kind of forced into trying to play defenses, so more wood for spearmen, you know, more stone for the TC over there, but he wasn't able to really make it work. So props to the Mista, putting the pressure up over here against a player who I thought was going to be significantly stronger in this matchup. He really proved me wrong in any case. So let's go back. And we're gonna... There we go. Welcome you guys then to the final game of the series for the first full series of the day. We get MarineLorD playing with French. We have the Mista playing with the Abbasid Dynasty. So let's see what we get for the map. Oh, it's going to be the water map. It's going to be Boulder Bay. That means the water is going to be so important over here. I'm very curious if MarineLorD is going to be the first one to take advantage of it. Remember as well, French are super strong on water. However, Mista, he gets 50% cheaper docks. He's already going for it. Wow. All right. Perfect. There we go. Docks already up for Mista. Yeah, and Docks coming up for MarineLorD over here. I think we're gonna fast forward a little bit because I took a little bit longer to jump into this game. Sorry about that. So we are completely live, or as close to live as possible anyway. So yeah, last time around we saw this map. It was Mongols actually, Mongols versus French, and French worked really well because of the Mongol strategy that we saw. So this time around we could see something completely different. First off, there are 2 sacred sites, one down south, one up north. The one up north is very close to the water trade dock over here, the coastal trade post. And then for land trade post, we have one down south over here as well. There we go. I'm very, very curious about Mista's strat over here. He's getting the House of Wisdom already. So he got to get this one up. And then he's got to get a wing as well. So which one is he going to go for? He's got it already. Yeah. So what is he going to go for first? He's already going up to the fuel age, right? And he's going to do the economic wing, which gives you fresh foodstuff, make the technologies available, fresh foodstuffs, agriculture, improved processing. So fresh foodstuffs is going to reduce the cost to produce villages by 50%. That is insane. Holy crap. And it's not even that expensive, honestly. It's taking a lot of stone right now as well, so that's pretty good. We're probably going to see something interesting coming out of Mista's pocket for sure. But yeah, and the fuel age is going to reduce the villager cost by 50%, which is just insane. Anyway, let's see if TheMista is going up. He's going up, yes. MarineLorD is going up himself as well. He's going for the School of Cavalry, alright, so we are going to see knights coming out for MarineLorD for sure. So I feel like Mista is probably a little bit more familiar with the civilizations over here. Not only has he been able to outplay MarineLorD with Franks, which is remarkable already, as MarineLorD is #1 in the leaderboard right now and is significantly higher by 24 spots, I think, compared to Mista. So it's remarkable in that regard alone, but then also all the other strategies he's been going for, it seems like he's just a little bit more versatile. While MarineLorD has tried French multiple times already. Honestly, he only needs to make it work once, right? Right now. But yeah, if TheMista can clutch it up for game number 5 as well against, what is this, like the third time we see MarineLorD use French? Second time? Third time? Third time actually, right? Because we saw Mongols in game number 2, I believe. No. That was actually, sorry, Mista playing. Oh yeah, that's correct. MarineLorD was playing French, I think, in game number 2, and Mista was playing Mongols. So was it? Or was it Rus? I think it might have been Rus for MarineLorD in game number 2. Well, regardless, he's been playing cavalry civilizations for a while this series, and TheMista has been able to make more, you know, out of the box strats work really well. So now he got to the fuel age. He can go for fresh foodstuffs, which was going to reduce the villager cost by 50%, but he's going for an extra TC, so it seems like he's just gonna be playing kind of boomy over here. He's gotta be really careful, guys. Knights in decent numbers are not going to care about TCs too much. Especially not Age of Empires 4. And yeah, they could still definitely take a few villages down for sure. So MarineLorD sending a few units forward. He's got the, sorry, the one scout rather, but then he's gonna start pumping some knights, I imagine. Yeah, he's going for knights. So he's got the one scout forward trying to get some vision, and then he's going to start sending the knights over to try and start doing some damage. Meanwhile, Mista on the other hand is just gonna be playing defensive. He's got 2 TCs, he's got no barracks, so he's gonna go for spearmen. On water, we have only 3 fishing ships for TheMista, so it doesn't seem like he's gonna be interested in going for, you know, contesting water too much, although MarineLorD has extra fishing ships over here. He's got a Hulk already out. So yeah, Mista only has a doe. Where is it? Yeah, it's right here. It's got only the doe. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But yeah, if you're watching this afterwards, you can let me know in the description, or sorry, in the comments down below how I'm supposed to say this one. Many new turns for Age of Empires 4 for sure. Anyway, barracks coming up. That's what I like to see! Playing defensive, but with some spearmen is going to be so much better against MarineLorD. And if we could see a stable just for the one camel, you know, we do not need too many, or the archer range. The one camel archer, that'd be so good, rather. So that he can nerf the knights from MarineLorD right on the tracks. Alright. Good job from MarineLorD. Mista is just struggling so much. Though it's not going to be strong enough, of course. It's gonna try to get the fishing ships down, but as long as we have the dock over here, the fishing ships are just going to keep on restoring their HP. If they are close to it, anyway. Mista's being able to get only one fishing ship down, and it seems like it's going to get pushed away of water, pushed out of water right away. And yeah, there's a second dock up north for Mista. He still has this one in the center. What is the plan over here? Is it gonna keep on going for more of those? Not 100% sure. Let's take a look at the House of Wisdom. When is he going to go for the next one? And which wing is he going to develop next? Yeah, we'll see. It's the first year of Golden Age with 10 structures. Villagers are going to be gathering resources faster already, which is pretty good. So, yeah. It's looking very strong for MarineLorD on water. Mista, on the other hand, is eventually going to be getting a hidden villager count just by going for the extra TCs, right? So, if we take a look at eco units currently, MarineLorD is at 41, sorry. And the Mista, on the other hand, is at 45, so... You know what? Mista, even if he ends up getting completely pushed away from water, it's fine. He's gonna be fine. The only thing that MarineLorD can do by getting water control over here is go for extra fishing ships, which is not going to be quite as versatile as having actual villagers out, since you're gonna be able to only get food with fishing ships. So, yeah, it's a little bit awkward, not gonna lie. Meanwhile, here on the other hand, is doing a really good job over here with the Hulks. Yeah, he's taking the dog down. It's not going to take too long for him to take it down. And now we see some knights coming in finally. But we have the spearman already in place. I think he lost one villager over here. Yes. But now he's got the spearman, so he should be able to defend himself just fine, I think. Good job, good defense. Yeah. He's coming back now. Is he going to go to the next one? Oh, he's going already. Yeah. He's going with the culture wing, actually. Good job. MarineLorD, on the other hand, is trying to get the resources to go up himself, but he's unable to start building the landmark just yet. So this could be really good for Mista. And check that out! Check that out! MarineLorD knows exactly what's coming his way. As the Mista gets to the castle age, MarineLord's gonna start pumping! Spearmen out of the barracks right away. Why? Well, because the Mista is going to get access to camels right now. We can see that he's got wow, he's got barracks actually coming in. I thought he was gonna go for camels so that he could potentially nerf the knights from French, but no, he's just going for spearmen and siege. It's very strong still, of course. Spears and siege is going to be a strong combination. Spears are going to be defending the siege from knight units, and yeah, they're going to be significantly cheaper than camels as well. I thought we were going to see at the very least one, you know. You don't need to commit to full camels, but at least one would probably be good. But yeah, we have Springald's coming out from Mista, we have Rams coming out. Meanwhile, MarineLord's got full walls on the left hand side. He's just finished building, but I don't know if this is going to be enough, man. Is this open, by the way? I don't think this is open, but yeah, this is so strong for the Mista. I think he should be able to breach through the walls anyway, right? He's got some villages over here, so he can potentially go for outposts too. And that's a lot of spearmen. These are hardened spearmen, by the way, which are so strong. Getting access to the culture wing, by the way, gives him access to these upgrades. So he's got preservation of knowledge, which reduces the cost of all technologies by 30%, which is already in and of itself like super strong and is not very expensive. So definitely should be going for this for sure. But what do we have over here? Another barracks coming in from the Mista. He's just coming straight through. The walls are not doing much of anything for MarineLorD as they get completely breached. The Rams coming in, the Spearman's coming in. Spearmans are coming in, rather. Springle over here will be so deadly, and we still have only one TC for MarineLorD, so he doesn't really have enough protection for everything, you know? Taking a look at Mista, by the way. Let me select this real quick. We are still in the first tier of Golden Age. He needs to get a few extra structures out, which he's getting very close to. I mean, he's 19 out of 30, so maybe not too close to, but these villagers 4 are going for more barracks and whatnot. It's gonna be inching closer and closer to it by the minute. Anyway, good job. This is a great push from Mista, and he's going to take on French on water map. Well, it's not 100% water map, but it's still, you know, very strong. He got pushed away from it, and he was able to come back on, or he was able to get ahead on land instead, and he's doing a great job. He's taking on the TC right now, and wow, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot MarineLorD can do. It's gonna start going for Minotaurs right now, but I do not know if this is going to suffice, honestly. I don't think it will. We have way too many spearmen over here. We have the Springles as well. Like, the Springles are going to be the most annoying thing, as we see another Springle coming out over here for the Mista that MarineLorD won't really be able to deal with. Like, he's got his own Springle over here, right? Yeah, but then the Minotaurs are over here going to get completely sniped, or they should get completely sniped anyway. We just need to keep the Springles behind. There we go. And just like that. MarineLorD's units are not going to be anywhere near as strong. He's got some Springle coming out over here, but that was a very good reaction from Mista as well. Well played. Good job. This is so good. That's way too many spear. We have some Minotaurs coming out right now as well for Mista. And it doesn't seem like MarineLorD's got a whole lot to hold on to his base anymore. And this might just be GG, guys. With no defenses anymore for MarineLorD. It's population on 100 compared to 110 for the Mista. Remember that there's a lot of Navy or water units for Lord as well for MarineLorD. How fitting for his name as well. It's just going to call the GG, and the Mista takes the series with a final score of 3-2 against MarineLorD. It's going to be the first upset, I think, right? I think this is an upset. I'm going to take a look at the brackets later, but it's certainly, I think not what most people will be expecting. Mista just performing incredibly well. Amazing stuff for him. We are going to update the score over here. So 3-2 in favor of the Mista. Well played. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. What do we get over here? For military, it's going to be a 34-34, so 1-to-1 KD for the Mista, which is pretty good. Once again, he was trading very cheap units. I think he might have lost 1 or 2 Springles, but he was also able to trade for MarineLorD's own Springles. For the most part, he only lost Spearmen and some fishing ships early on, but because he had a much higher villager count, which we're going to see over here as well, he did a really good job. Mista was ranked 25, I believe, yes, and MarineLorD was ranked 1. But I'm not really sure what the seed was for the tournament. Let's actually go back. I guess it probably doesn't matter too much, right? Because when the tournament actually began, the ladder was so different that I guess it doesn't really matter.